Oh yeah. Sydney Tokyo overlap. Coming at you live. Alrighty. We're almost there. We're almost there. Oh, the song's on repeat. I forgot. Hey, folks. How's it going? We are back for Sydney Tokyo overlap, as you know. Got the schedule posted, and let me just pause this. I got the have the restreamer playing in the background, and I can hear myself, but it's delayed by like a few minutes or a few seconds. SPDas is here patiently waiting. Just wanted to say hello, drop in, and tell you how excited I am about all the things going on over here. We've been making tons and tons of progress in every single department, and if it's feeling good, just like uplifting as well, just to be able to step back and appreciate, even the smallest wins is great. So thanks for tuning in. Thanks for joining. Looking forward to this session, and I'll pass the microphone over to SPDas. SPDas, the trading floor is yours.
Okay, thank you once again, Igor, and
Anytime.
hello everyone, and welcome back to the first session of the day, the 31st Jan overlap, 29:30 Jan overlap. That is the Tokyo Sydney overlap, and uh, and yes, I I I think we are right on the track. I'll get on the 1 hour chart for Euro USD just in a while, but so I think the noise has come. The price action is moving in accordance with what we were expecting it to do. We still have 48 hours for this week to end, and I think we should be good by the beginning of the next week for a potential February rally. And that's what is the big story for Euro USD and the dollar index and all other asset classes now. We'll have to touch base with Bitcoins, all the coins. I haven't gone through the chart in the past hours. Before that, let's finish the major ones. That's the minor degree. and the corrective ABC terminating right across the Fibonacci 61.8%. Right there. So the bigger picture, we make it a point to discuss each day. The first session is for those who are joining fresh. They always have the bigger picture in mind. They don't miss it. And once we are on the portal, and you can always go back and view the past sessions. But it's a good practice to start the day with the bigger picture in mind always. It really doesn't change many things, but it keeps in the subconscious, right? And it helps actually. I mean, we maybe you might not be realizing, but we are actually planning for the next several weeks or a couple of months actually on the euro and on most of the instruments. So the major direction is up, corrective wave is complete, and the next major move is now preparing to cut loose on the north side. It's already done its first move. We're just waiting for the lower degree second move for things to start getting on the north side again back. All right, and these are the wave counts which I've already kept from the New York session yesterday. They were okay. Some noise came in. That was nice. Price action rallied, the pullback, and maybe sorry, the third wave is the third wave should be on anytime soon now. Or assuming where the corrective wave Bs are a bit tricky sometimes, it can also just oscillate as a triangle. Uh, if not as a zigzag, okay? So we don't know, no one can predict which pattern is going to unfold, but the corrective patterns are slightly tricky. If this guy pushes above that 30 marks, 1.0430 from here on, well, I think it's more likely going to go and test that channel. It's actually a hypothetical channel though, but we will keep an eye on that. It's in a 1.0480 sort of a region, all right? So a bit of rally, a bit of push higher, and then turn lower again, down 1.030020 region. And I think that's where the next long-term or positional long orders should be placed. So we still have some time, but just in case if wave B is shallow or it's quick and price action drops to 320 or 330, please remember we've got to keep an eye here, and that is the second. I think that's the next last entry or the optimized entry that we should be able to see before prices begin to cut loose again or turn higher again. All right, so we get if you're preparing to buy at an optimum level, then you should be doing it now, or not now, but 320. Partial longs were taken at 1.04. So that is 50% and remaining 50% around 320 with a stop at 1.0100, targeting around 750 up there. 750 is just the first target actually. We are going much higher than that, right? We'll keep unfolding the targets. No worry, there are positional trades. We can go to the dollar index now very quickly. I try to bring up the 8 cap so the price action does not differ daily when we are analyzing it. Oh, I did a mistake. Anyways, we got to go on the daily chart first and make it. Got to swap the hours with the daily. Yeah. So now we've got a cleaner daily chart and we can do the counts, larger degree wave structure. A neat little impulse has been made on the lower side. That was an expanded flat, wave 3, and a triangle wave 4 and wave 5. And the degree says it's a minor degree. And on the right hand side, it has covered a corrective wave ABC. Again on the same, I meant to the fine editor. Would be some kind of a signal to start some project there. Okay, so that's the larger degree count. And please don't forget the Fibonacci ratios are one of the most important. And the price action has neatly bounced from the 0.618 retracement, and I can actually see 5 waves within, or maybe wave 4 is turning out. I mean, let's have a near. Okay, let's have a. Okay, one of the view that we have been capturing or we have been believing right through the past week is the impulse drop is complete at a minute degree, and we are now looking for an ABC, correct? But you know what? There could be an alternate count where, and it's possible both in euro and the dollar index, where all minute wave 4 is just terminating, and prices could actually resume lower from here. That's an alternate count. So alternate counts are those which can be the second option. Like it's a second option for us. So the priority is less, but we've got to keep an open mind for a potential alternate count to come true. And here the targets for the second count is alternate count is 106.17. I'm just going to take a while minute back to the daily chart and let's see where the 106 is lying. Is it a major support? 106, that is okay, 105.47 is a major support. So just in case if it is an alternate or the alternate count comes true, then prices may not travel to 108.90 and continue lower from here. Similarly, it may not travel in the euro as well, higher, and continue lower from higher from there itself in the euro. Okay, so again, a humble request: if you are wanting to enter positionally, then at least 50% shorts must be taken last session. We have done that already, but if you're still in the groove, you might want to just initiate a 50% short. Remember, the stop loss doesn't change though, it goes to 110, just in case the wave C rally terminates through 109. All right. Let's keep the alternate count also in mind, and it's always good to have not to be surprised, and being one of the most objective tool uh, when the alternate will be confirmed is that price action, all right, begins to unfold an impulse wave from this point. That could be wave one, wave two, and wave three lower, and wave four and five. So when the first impulse completes, that would be a more confirmation of prices moving to 106 directly from here as a possibility. Overall trend remains absolutely no doubt about it. It's down from here with a stop around 110.30. Okay, gold did what it had to do, but we were not in the session at that point in time. Otherwise, we would have taken some profits out there around 45. It's just a bounce, uh, but still we are okay. We are holding short positions. That's a good sign. We are almost break even right now with 59. But I think it's better to keep holding on this side of the trade. Okay, before discussing this, let's have a quick view on the bigger picture. We are probably moving as a corrective or a larger degree corrective ABC. It's a minute degree. It remains to be seen if it's actually turning out to be correct, or it's going to go one more wave higher. That is going to be interesting. All right, so we've got a minute wave ABC. This is what is the structure is expected to unfold. And within that, I think we've probably completed minute wave B just below that 2800 mark, but we have adjusted the trade a bit so that a slight push can be taken into account. We want to sell or add more around the 2800 mark, but please be watchful of the risk management. Small lots of trading will always help, but making this as a practice all the time to adjust the stop loss is not a very good deal or strategy. We have just given ourselves a bit more room just in case bulls want to test 2800 handle and then reverse. If the equity management strategy or the equity management rule is not permitting to make this adjustment, you should not do that. All right, please be as it is around 75, and we will always have time to find out another trade to enter around the 2800 mark if prices push there. All right, so we've got to be within the risk management rule and the guidelines that we've made for ourselves, and not compromise or keep changing them with each trades. All right, otherwise it won't last. So that's the discipline every trader needs to do. It needs to follow actually. Sorry. All right. So gold, for now we are holding shorts, but as I said, the drop, the previous drop in gold has been three waves. So ideally, what I'm trying to say is a sequence of three waves are unfolding right now. If you can pay attention here, there's three down and then three up, again three down, possibly three up, and maybe one more leg lower. So it's going to be like A, B, C, or D and E. It could be a triangle, unfolding, and after the triangle terminates, we all remember what happened in Ripple, correct? So after the triangle terminates, it could actually go and make a, it could print a new high around 2800 handle before turning lower again. So we've got to be a bit more patient and watch out for the pattern unfold. And as I said, corrective waves will always test our trading patience, and specifically triangles will do it more often than others. But I think triangle is a good pattern to identify correctly. If we do it identify correctly, though it doesn't come up to the until the third wave is on, at least one thing is clear that we're going to see a thrust wave after that before the reversal. It's going to it will help us. But right now we're not expecting any major move on the north or south side if it's a triangle unfolding. All right. So it may be going a bit more sideways for a while before breaking on either side. So we are holding on the short side for now, just in case by when we are back with the London session, if there is an opportunity to get on the to get out of the trade, we will do that. All right. I think we can touch base with the coins now. We'll bring up the indices in the NY session. Okay, so that partial long entry which we were waiting for in Bitcoin is not yet ready to come. All right, so I'm moving the arrow a bit on the north side, on the right side, and also moving the other labels. What we are seeing on the chart right now is a three-wave decline followed by a three-wave rally. Now, if this rally turns out to be an impulse wave, okay, fine, price action is not going to come back. In this case, we'll have to revise, or we'll have to just wait until prices return back. But tell you what, I think now this wave four is getting eliminated. Why? Because it's touching. It's already into the wave one territory. So that is unless it is carving a diagonal pattern, I think that wave four will not be conducive. There we'll have to adjust trades, adjust discounts actually. I'm going to remove this for a while. We will wait for price action to see if there is another three-wave drop, all right, coming back to 96 and getting us in again. But you know what? We are not changing the trade plan whatsoever. I don't want to commit when it's not suggested to commit on the long side at this price. There should be okay. The RSI is already hanging over around 75. There could be one more high with the divergence into play before. So even if we don't get triggered, even if prices don't get triggered, it's okay. It's part of the game. We are not wanting to rush behind it. Let's look into Ethereum. I think Ethereum, we were into the trade and we were expecting prices to go consolidated in the triangle. Possibly it's still consolidating, but the good part is that we've got 50% in around 3100. We'll stick to that plan. Stop around 29 and target 43. So at least we've got one coin on the long side. It's a series of three waves overlapping each other. Okay, so it's a kind of consolidation going on before the thrust wave or the wave three actually breaks over. Now, if you want to get that price confirmation, what we can do is just do that trend line here. Not a trend line actually, it's a consolidation line. Okay, so let's be prepared for this consolidation to break out. and that would do good for us in terms of getting closer to the targets. All right, Solana, I'm sure it would be taking more time now. It's again consolidating. So I think the triangle consolidations are on. We need not rush or hurry. If it gets us in around 220, we will say thank you very much. But I think we it's okay if you want to. I mean, if you want to, you can take partial now and remaining around 220. That could still be possible if the risk management allows. All right. Otherwise, it's better to stay there. Better to keep the limit and stay where we are as planned. Let's see. Ripple. Did we get in? Yes, sir. We got in. And this is one. This is just one of the classic examples. What we call plan your trades and then just wait for the market to come to you rather than going to the markets rushing. So 2.8085. Okay, we were just barely in around 2 point. Okay, that's a tricky one now. Okay, so it doesn't really matter. Okay, if you got into the trade around that price, it's okay. But don't really worry if you didn't, because the limit order that we proposed here was 2.8085. All right, so it's okay not to. I mean, just to miss one trade of the group. Next time we can have the range a bit higher. But the point we are trying to make here is when we plan the trade and when we stick to the plan, I mean, at least 8 out of 10 times or 7 out of 10 times, the markets would come and honor that plan if we have done it correctly and take us into the trade as per the limit orders. Sometimes we would get out on the wrong side, but that's okay. And sometimes something like this would happen. But the good thing that I see into this planning was at least the wave counts what we did turned out to be exactly the same, and the noise triggered the shorts. Bears were in control. They just picked up slightly higher than from where we were waiting to get into the bus. Otherwise, we would have been in a position to take some profits right now. But that's okay. It's a part and parcel of this game called trading, and there's nothing to worry. If we get another chance around the London session, we will do it. I'll keep the trade as it is though, just to see if there is something that we can do in the next time when we come back. I think we can have a quick view of what the Dow actually closed, how the Dow closed. All right, there is something on the north side still left, sir. And you can make out when we see this. See, whenever there is an impulse, all right, it means business. It goes like that, up or down. And whenever there is an overlap or three waves, okay, where you see that overlap coming, that's a flat structure. So we 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 should be seeing one more high before the bears are back in control. So we might have to plan one more trade on the short side. Right now we are not changing anything, but we might be preparing. We have to change the strategy if we get stopped out with one more high. Remember that our stop losses are around 45, mid 45,000. Let's see how the price action is shaping up. And SPX 5,500. That is also, it has pulled back quite a bit. We'll have to wait for some more time for the buyers. The good part in the SPX that is that we haven't really recommended or committed ourselves on the short side yet. We are still waiting and watching for the pattern to unfold. Okay, so we'll come back on the indices once again, the New York session. Right now, we are almost done with all the instruments here, and I'll be thankful again for watching the video and coming over. And also, thank you, Igor. Back to you.
Thank you very much, SPDas. Always a pleasure.
Thank you, sir.
Alrighty, everybody. We'll be signing out and see you at London Live, 5 a.m. EST, and I think it's 1 p.m. GMT. No, what am I talking about? 10. It's been a long day. I'll tell you. I'll tell you that much. The schedule is posted online, and I am just not into it right now. It's also here. Why don't I just take a look? This one. Where did I put it? Oh, there we go. Schedule. There we go. London Live, 5 a.m. EST, 10 a.m. GMT. Isn't that nice? And then, of course, yeah, we follow that with ICT Trader, Institute Trader, IT, we call him, or he calls himself. And yeah, he does smart money um, style, ICT style trading. Really amazing. It's great to see the perspective of a classical trader like SPDas, who does Elliot wave theory, and also IT style, which is really, it's a whole different way of looking at the markets, finding the footprints of institutions. So it's nice to have that mix of both the classic and the new. And of course, we're just up to 60 hours now of live sessions since January 1. And what's cool about that is we are ingesting those live sessions with our LLM. Those are being combined into a unified market narrative from different types of traders. We've got some other traders doing live sessions that have not started on the platform yet. So those are being integrated as well. There is a couple of traders as well that do want to do the live sessions. They're waiting for the avatar system to kick in because, and I've mentioned this before, they work at institutions and they don't want their identities revealed, which we respect. And of course, that's sometimes that's just how it goes. But they're really great analysts, and we can't wait to get them on. The time series AI is still being back tested, but it's being back tested with real numbers. It's looking really good. So we've been working on that one since 2018, and we've really kicked it up a notch in 2024 in March by we just made such um, tremendous progress on it, especially with the rate of acceleration on different techniques for programming AI, and of course databases and connections that make it easier and faster to access. Uh, the other LLM that we have put together is the financial analyst, which combines the time series and the unified market narrative. So I did preview that in a screenshot for you. I think it was on Monday or on Saturday maybe. Hopefully I'll be able to give you a bit of a demo of it I don't want to make promises, but I'm thinking Friday, and that's going to be pretty fun. The live sessions are currently being integrated into the holders area, and we'll probably do a rate limited access to the LLM sometime either Friday or early next week for holders that have uh, probably whales at first, and then but we'll still do like a rate limited access demo for everybody with kind of like a credit system. You could try it out and see you know see it working on live data, actually experience it for yourself before we do the rollout. And this is of course done on purpose so that we can guarantee safe trading and just so many things. And the portal itself. So the white paper page right now is pretty much a demo. And we do have an actual backend portal. This thing that's behind me right here. Um, and you've seen videos. If you go through the X post, you could see like or the YouTube channel. You could see what it looks like, and we're integrating the Web3, Web4 elements into it right now. And yeah, I'm defining Web4. Um, so we're integrating those elements, all those widgets you're seeing right now, but we're making the LLMs compatible with all of the components in the portal, right? So that's going to be really essential. And I think I didn't touch on this, but the trade ideas that we have. So since 2016, live sessions and trade ideas by our traders um, are also being input into the model, trained. Um, the model is trained on those. Um, so what that does is it actually gives us a bit of a pretty unique edge, especially compared to other models. And how you could look at it is like with when recently DeepSeek came out and they had a very interesting, or I guess they're beating the other models. And it's an open source platform. So what's cool about ours is we're kind of, based on the fact that we're training it on data that no one else has, and it's professional institutional data. We actually do have quite a bit of an edge on how that output looks like, because we are training it on, essentially terabytes and terabytes of data that we've compiled ourselves over the years. And of course, um, yeah, that does include, I could keep going on. That does include all the central bank hookups. So every central bank in the world is hooked up. All the charts are hooked up, different time frames. So it's pretty interesting. And I think I was mentioning this earlier this morning. Is I like to look at like for example, silk, cotton, potatoes, things like that from a GAN perspective. And of course, those are some of those things are underlying factors in different economies, seasonality, right? So all that is baked in, and what's cool is, if you're doing analysis on a token and it has some utility in a certain sector, and you need to look up things like either GDPs or populations or any other kind of world data that is hooked up to the actual um, live sources uh, that not only do combine all the different things that I just talked about, but are also updated, on the fly at request. But I've been talking too much. Um, didn't mean to do that. I kind of just started going off on a tangent. Anyways, it's nice to have you here, and we do have we made a video earlier today. There was a request from one of our mods on Telegram. Um, Mentioned that we should probably work out a video on showing people how to use a built-in browser transcriber tool that auto transcribes to different languages. at least for the interim until we get the portal up that has that baked in. So we got that video ready. We're just translating it and giving it the AI voice that the financial assistant has. So it sounds all unique and branded and everything. And of course, that AI branding is also something that we're working on. We're getting closer and closer to updating I guess the tokenomics area of the project, so there's more detail. Of course, we want to make sure that everybody sees that we're committed to the long term, and we're securing different areas for the project that are important for that long term vision. For example, lawyers, accountants, etc. So yeah, and as time goes on, of course, you know, we are also releasing the white paper feedback section. So it's grayed out right now. If you're a holder, you've seen some of those things. They're grayed out. There's uh, pretty much every day we're just kind of like chipping away, chipping away, chipping away. And as the saying goes, at first slowly and then everything at once, right? So yeah, we're looking for trying to stick to our timeline here for having something for you guys for the beginning of February, but we should have incremental releases either way and updates either way, for tomorrow, Friday, Monday, etc. Right? So we'll keep going, and we'll keep going with the live sessions. We'll keep going with the training the models and hooking up all the ecosystem, and yeah, that'll be reflected. As you can see, we're doing that, but yeah, I'm just really stoked about it, and yeah, just looking forward to sharing more. All right, well, with that, I'm just going to sign off. Just going to keep rambling pretty much for as long as I can, but SPDas is still kind of waiting for a little chat, so we'll see you at London live, 5 a.m. and EST, 10 a.m. GMT. Other time zones are posted in the X post with the schedule. All right, take care. Bye.
ForexLens gives you the edge. ForexLens understands the global economy and financial markets. With machine learning, we give you real-time global analysis and investment strategies. ForexLens lets you invest and earn with institutional traders, even if you're new to trading. Trading and investing made simple with ForexLens. Check out our performance at ForexLens.com. Get the edge on trades. Your eye into the markets. ForexLens.com.